Got it. Okay, year ahead for Teresa. We're going to get into the Ehrenbergs for the year ahead. Since I have 3 of them, and these 2 got shuffled really, really well. I've got 3 of them. So we're going to start with this one. And I inked and I inked and I inked yesterday. Teresa's year ahead. Let's see what's going on. All right, we're going to aim this down. Okay, hopefully you can see well enough. Page of Cups. Ooh, the Stinky Fish Tea coming through. Strong, strong, strong. Surprise, 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 artist. And King of Swords. Wow. Now, these are an interesting contradiction. This one would be like coloring on the wall, painting freely anywhere, doing murals on buildings that didn't want murals, just graffiti artist, painting, painting, painting. Surprise, surprise. Creative on the wazoo on this one. And this one, the challenge is to be strategic, logical, make your plans, think ahead, think ahead. It's like when somebody just picks up the tools or the paints or the pencils or whatever, wants to sketch something without really looking at it with a more logical mind or without planning what they're doing to create their work of art. So it gets a little bit messy sometimes when you just go flying by the seat of your pants. But this is saying the logic will be the challenge this year. Now let's go deeper into the year and we'll see what's happening. All right. Whoa. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah. All right. There is this. Okay, I'm getting something. Before we even get going. Okay, what I'm getting is the hop, skip, jump, which they used to do in grade school when I was young, like 3rd grade. So we were talking 70s. They did something and it was called the hop, skip, jump. And it feels like that's how you're leaping through the year. It feels like these different steps are all jumps of a sort. But if you try and go from point A to point B really fast, you can't get the distance. So you hop and then you pause and then you step or skip and then you pause and then you jump as far as you can. You leap as far as you can. So it feels like little jump, medium jump, huge jump. So let's take a look and see what's going on. So just 1 second. Back down to the cards. Back down to the cards. All right. We want March. This one wants to come from March. Ooh, March, the Hierophant. Whoa, loving this. This is coming through. This is the card of teacher and getting the keys to the kingdom, moving forward, promotions, all of that. Let's see what's going on. March. We've got April, May, June, July. Wow, loving July. August, September. September might be tough. October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, these are a little bit slower to throw down because they're new to me. I've got to still get them worn in. We're looking at March. Here's the Hierophant, and then we're seeing the 7 of Cups coming in. There's decisions and choices that need to be made in April. So you're going to have an increase of knowledge and wisdom here in March. In April, you're going to have to make a decision or two and choose some priorities and move forward. And you're going to be tempted to procrastinate. It's not the time to do it. Not at all the time to do it. In May, you've got the rose-colored glasses, 6 of Cups, candy bar for stone, trading favorite things, equal offerings coming forward. I want a clarity on this. Same deck, second deck. What is it that you're a little nostalgic about that you need to be aware of here in May? Whoa, okay, that one wants to come. We're going to get it. Justice. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. It's coming in with a little bit of a sermon, so bear with me. Not really a sermon, but if you're feeling a little preached at, what's coming through is it's not your job to be karma. What's coming through is justice, the equal offering that you thought you made in the past or that reminds you of something in the past. And then you've got the justice card coming in super, super strong. Let karma do her job. Don't be really worried about how you're going to distribute karma or if it's all equal, if it's all equal, if it's all equal. You're being asked to trust justice right here. And this is coming through in April. So do your best. If you're going to offer friendship, offer it because you feel like offering it. Not because you're wanting to see what you get in return or anything like that. That's not usually your motivation anyway. But offer it from the place of childhood innocence, childhood friendship. Like when kids go see each other on the swings and like all of a sudden they're good friends and they're ready to be open. This is what's coming through. This is a time for you to be open and sharing and giving and offer friendship. And don't expect any Don't expect it to look a certain way or anything in return. Keep it simple. Keep it light. Keep it playful. This is what's coming through in May for you. In June, the 10 of Cups comes in. This is the happy, happy, happy card. This is happy ever after energy. This is the 9 of Cups plus 1. Peace and joy on the home front coming in June. Huge, huge, huge. July, the sun is on it. So in summer, it's really, really a rich time for you. Super rich time for you to be enjoying all the relationships, the familial that are actually the family of birth, the family of choice, which is even a little bit different and sometimes a little bit more special because we choose who we allow in that close. It's allowing ourselves to play, have fun, to enjoy the days of summer, to enjoy the warm times and the happiness that we can create or can be created together. That's what's coming through with those months. August, the Lovers. Now this is choices moving forward, and sometimes it is indeed somebody that's romantically on the horizon. What this is saying is the choices you make and where you devote your heart. This is asking you to follow your heart's desire and what brings you deep, true happiness. This is what the choice is. Sometimes we get these overly naive ideas of what it is, and sometimes it looks a little bit different. So when we're dealing with the romantic angle of things, we can be a little pie in the sky, 7 of Cups thinking, clouded thinking on that. It's not the time for it. It might get an echo of that. When you're feeling an echo of the overly romantic thinking, when that's coming to mind, allow yourself to get more practical, more logical. Try not to be led overly with your heart in the area of romance particular. What makes your heart happy and brings true joy might not be what you thought it is. All right, back down to the cards. September is going to be a little bit rocky. We've got the 10 here, and this is the 10 of Wands. It feels like lay down the burden, lay down the burden, lay down the burden. What I'm getting here is the burden that you're carrying a little bit too much is people-pleasing, and it feels like you will have been doing it, well, I was going to say back through most of these months, but it feels like to some degree you've done a lot of this throughout your life, and it feels like this will be tested in September. I don't know why that's coming through so strongly, but it is indeed what's coming through. Anything else she needs to know about this? Yeah. Not my monkeys, not my zoo comes through really, 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 really strongly. So don't let somebody else dump their drama on you for you to solve. It's not yours to solve. This whole thing in September, you might have had a lot of joy, a lot of friendships, a lot of new things opening up, but keep your boundaries firm. It's coming through as something that would be important for you. And the 10 of Wands, you can't fix everything or solve everything. Needs to be set down. Something needs to be set down. 10 of Cups. Your own happiness needs to come through again. Now, we saw that here. So keep the happy on your home front. Keep the happy on your home environment. This is huge for you. The burden of everybody else having, like, if you had just one wand to carry up this hill, great. If then you met somebody and they gave you their wand and said, can you carry that? Maybe you can carry 2. And on and on and on until you have 10. How are you supposed to do it? Who nominated you as the wand carrier of all time? There's no world record for carrying other people's shit, all right? So this is like, you need to carry your own happiness first. This is the first wand. And let other people learn that lesson too, to carry their own. Okay, we're going to go into October. We're going back down to the cards. We'll see what's going on. Oh, it's a tough one. After you finally truly learned it, it's a daily mantra. Yeah, and it feels like September people are going to be pushing buttons, pushing, and trying to give you their burden, give you their drama, draw you into their mess and have you solve. And it's time to step back a little bit. Okay, October. October is the 2 of Swords. Now, again, this is a card of choice. The Lovers is a card of choice. In October, you're seeing this 2 of Swords and you're thinking, okay, these situations seem equal, but you're not leaning into your emotions enough. There is something that needs to come through. There's a blindness to the emotions. This is where logic and emotional surprise kind of have to learn to balance. Let's see what's going on here. I want one more for the 2 of Swords, please. Whoa, the Emperor. The Emperor. Now, the Empress is the divine feminine. The Emperor stands for the divine masculine. He protects and provides for the realm, right? He sets it all up in a really good way. He gets things set so the rules are set up, the money's coming in, the structure's coming in, but he also knows, if you think about, let's go historic for a minute. If you think about the old school emperors, they would be like in charge of what are the defenses, what is the military defense, defend the castle keep, defend the walls, blah, blah, blah. But they weren't always great at attending to the spiritual needs of the community or the daily grind. This is asking you to look at the broad picture before you're making your decision make the logical decision. He has the people in mind, but he's not getting caught in the nitty gritty. This is something that's important for you. And understanding that you are the one that rules the realm. Okay? That's what I've got on that one. All right, going back down to the cards. We've got November coming through. November coming through here. Wow, the 5 of Coins. I'm feeling a little bit out in the cold. Now, this is the one where we usually see 2 people walking away from the church in November. Feeling a little left out. This feels like actually indeed a separation. Now, what is this a separation from? It's a separation from how you thought it would have played out, how you thought it would have been. It feels like a separation from what would be conforming. You might have this traditional energy over here in March, and some things that you thought would carry you through, or situations or people that you thought you'd be associating with forever and ever, they may be separated from you, or you may choose to go your own way from them. You're just in different places of the growth cycle, different curriculums is what I like to say, different spaces on the path. It feels like a separation. This is one that I would guard the pennies. You have the King of Pentacles in December. When we see Pentacles, we're not just talking money. We're talking time for resources, right? Our energetic currency. It feels like you've been a little bit impoverished as far as the energetic currency is going. I would guard your pennies in November too. I wouldn't plan any huge, crazy amounts of travel. If it's not really worth it, I wouldn't go. If it's not really worth it, or really urgent for you, I wouldn't go spending a lavish amount to get to some big old family hoopla party just for holiday spirit, if you're going to go and feel like your energetic resources are just drained afterwards. So be very mindful of the holiday choices you make this coming year. I know that's pretty far away, but that's what it feels like. And you're asking for the year ahead, so that's what I'm seeing. Now, December, I think you're going to be glad that you've guarded your resources. This is very much also giving me guard who you let in. The Emperor would guard who he lets into the keep. He would guard who he lets in on the home front. And all year, you've got the doubles of the 10s. The doubles on this are you working for your own harmony in your atmosphere, in your environment, in your surroundings. It feels to me that by December, you have learned to guard this. The Emperor is saying, guard it, guard it, guard it. It's not that you're being a miser, but you're stacking up your resources rather than giving over freely and over giving. So that's what we've got going on there. Next one up, we've got January. The Knight of Wands is kicking in strong. Now, I love this. And this is a great one. Look at this horse rearing up. They did a great job on this card. They really did. The horse rearing up on the Knight of Wands cards here. This is you wanting to charge, to go in there pretty hot and heavy, fast. Bull in the China shop energy. Ooh, I don't know if I'm adjusting my iPad to get this. And this will be something I upload later so you can see it later. But this is what's coming in. This energy here coming in, charge, is a little bit much. And then we've got the 6. This is leaving something behind, leaving the rough waters for smooth. I want to see what's going on between these two. It feels connected to this 5 here. Let's see what's going on. It's like the desire to bolt. The desire to bolt is coming through. Moving, inspired, wanting to take off. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer than January, February. This is when you do it. This is when you leave some of the rough situation behind. This is a geographic shift. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm loving this. What we're seeing here, we've got the 2 of Wands, seeing the world in your hand, seeing what's on the horizon. Yeah, there is a trip. Somewhere around January, February of 26, it's coming in. You will have the resources to do it. The resources are there if you haven't been vampired to death over here. And I think you know the boundaries. I think you understand what I'm talking about. So you're saving for your own oh shit fund, your own rainy day fund, your own I'm going to need this to go catch my sanity and recoup. You're prioritizing yourself differently. You're getting yourself out of the rough waters and moving forward. And then here, the 6 of Cups. I'm loving this. This is that nostalgia energy coming through. Huge nostalgia energy coming through. I'm loving seeing this. This is beautiful. This is so great for you. You had it here. Look. You had it here. It was where I was saying, let karma do its thing. Let karma do its thing. You had it before. And when you had it before, you did learn to let karma do it. You didn't get all worried and in knots about whatever this is coming up. We've got March, April, May. Don't let that get you. Don't get your undies in a bunch. When you find the undies in a bunch, calm yourself down and realize they don't have to be that way, and then move forward. It feels like next January, February, you'll be taking some kind of geographic trip that's fabulous. What that's about, I don't know. Anything else she needs to know? Okay, we're going to go to the third deck. Anything else she needs to know? 3 cards across. Thematic. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wow, this is a thematic huge. This is what your lesson is. The Empress, who is the divine feminine, who is so receptive. You got the Emperor heavy, balancing things, protecting things here. The Empress balances this out. The Tower that has happened. And this one, when it's reversed, it feels delayed or diminished to me. This one feels like it's already happened, but it's causing you to be very aware of how you need to do something different and leaving an old pattern behind with this Devil energy. So it's a major arcana year. You are learning how to use your own archetypes and your own nature in a different way and for your own behalf. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Holy smokes. That's big. So that's what I got for you, honey. All right, I'm going to get some water. Hey, Lavender. Hey. Okay. We will take a look at that in just a minute. Yeah, that was fantastic. Phenomenal kind of read. All right, let's see what else is going on. So, Kim, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Lavender for a full. Okay, I didn't see a specific question. Let me see if I'm seeing that coming through. All right. Michelle, is that you coming through as Lavender? So I'm hoping so, but I'm not seeing the question, but we'll just do a full and see what's going on. Yeah, I'm seeing that there. I just don't see a question. So, all right, we're just going to go in. And get to it. Where are we going? I'm looking for your deck, sweetie. Give me just a second. Okay. You're trying to get your tarot business back up and running and having problems with confidence. Okay, let's see what's going on. We're going to the Calendara. We went through this before. We've got 2 of these. We're going to go down for these for a full. Let's see what's going on for you. The energy has been really weird in the astrology, in the cosmos, on the globe. It's just been really weird lately. And I think a lot of us are having to look at things, re-examine things. Some of us are having confidence issues, or, you know, the 8 of Swords energy where the self-doubt is there a lot. And then some of us are just having a time where we just have to kind of slow it down and then return again to whatever it is. It feels like you've got both of those things going on for you right now. That's some of the funky energy going on. Don't doubt yourself, sweetie. You know your stuff. We're going to take a look at what's going on for you. I'm getting the newspaper type of reading, so give me a second. 5 of Swords is the headline. This is the main lead sentence, and let's see what's going in here. Then we're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay, hopefully you can see these all, and I am recording this, so hopefully you can see it. What I'm getting is the 7 of Swords. Sneaky Pete the Thief, or the Cover Your Ass card, is causing a little bit of worry. This is a little anxiety and stress and not knowing how to travel light. This one is coming up as this person should have taken the 2 swords and left the other behind. A little bit of external worry on others that isn't serving you well. Now this one, you go within, try and solve, but something that's being offered from somebody else is being ignored. This guy should have stuck around a little longer is what I'm getting. This is interesting. Oh, really? Oh, okay. What I'm getting is if this guy would have taken the 2 swords, he could have taken the cup too, taken the cauldron too. There's something in the elixir that you should have taken too, and you haven't completely evacuated, so you've got time to go back and catch it. There's some kind of sword of truth that needs acknowledged and seen. It's why you're carrying lesser of the swords. Yes, you need to cover your ass. Yes, you need to be aware of what you want to take forward and not let others rip you off. But there's something about the cauldron that only you have that offers up, that brings some of the magic forward. Now, this is interesting to see. We've got the Temperance card. Okay, all right. Now, guys, some of the master cards for this particular period of time, and it feels like this year, and for 6 months, for some of us, it feels like the tower has already fallen for you. I don't know what this is about, but the tower's already fallen, and now you are learning the Temperance card. The Temperance card is coming in and rebalancing, transmuting, transforming. The cup and the grail here, and the cauldron here. It's, if you think Ace of Cups, right? You know your cards. Ace of Cups, spirituality, love, emotions overflowing with the truth. This is what needs combination. This is what needs moved forward. And you're getting something about this dark energy where you're feeling the shadow energy a little bit strong. You have in this deck, they have the as above and so below. This is the so below. This is asking for you to get grounded without getting doubtful. Okay, so on Saturday Night Live, they have a character named Debbie Downer. And everybody might see her, oh, she's down or she's depressing. But she's also pragmatic, right? She's just trying to be pragmatic. If she tweaked things just a little differently, people would hear her more clearly. She wouldn't be perceived as Debbie Downer. And she would dispense the information that she has, or the cautionary information, a little bit more carefully, a little bit more appropriately, and not with everyone. So just because you can see the shit storm brewing doesn't mean everybody is going to hear it. You need to be aware of who's going to hear it and how they're going to hear it. It doesn't mean gloss over things. It means present things in a way that as above, so below, that come from a grounded space, but also with an emotional heart in a big, big way. Now, the Two of Cups, there's something coming through in a partnering aspect, perfect partnering, perfect business. Don't give up on this. Don't give up on this at all, Michelle. Not at all. This is important for you. There's healing work yet to do. Okay, all right, I'm getting fire your critic. Now, whether you're a writer or you're just trying something new, or maybe you're taking pictures, whatever your inner critic is doing, they're picking on you a little bit much. So we have a part of us that does the typing, blah, 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 type something up. And then our inner critic comes in and is like, mispunctuated this, misspelled that. Let it be. This is where the creator and the critic need to be on the same page, and they aren't yet. Fire your inner critic. They need vacation time. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on with this? Why am I getting this? The so below and the inner critic energy coming through. It doesn't mean tra-la-la Pollyanna style, but you're so far from Pollyanna style on things. You're giving yourself apoplectic energy when you don't need to. You're worrying overly much. Be grounded, get through the day. And at the end of it, just realize, you have to do what your heart feels called to do, and damn the rest of it. And if it brings in reward that is bigger than the heart, if it brings in the monetary reward, great. If you need to plan something else or be a little frugal, it's not the end of the world. If your heart is in the happier place, everything starts lining up a little easier. Three of Cups, celebration of coming together in a different way, and a transformation is happening with you. Again, the death of the critic's coming in. The Three of Cups is here. I want to look a little bit below the Two of Cups. Look at how these lay. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see right here and right here? I want to see what's here. We're going to get the rest of this out in a second, but let's see what's going on. High Priestess, of course. Sweetie, don't doubt your gifts. Not at all. Do not doubt your gifts. You've got it. You have got it. The High Priestess is in the house, and she deals with the shadow and with the light and lets the mysteries unfold. She's not just all one-sided about it. The Knight of Swords wants to come in with the truth, and the Five of Pentacles coming big. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, I hope you can see this. I'm flip this down. This is freaking me out, and I'm loving it. Look, at so below, so above. The Knight of Swords, the sword of truth that's coming through. The way you share the truth and dispense the truth and the truth of your soul, keeping yourself in integrity with your soul, not with the critic, not with the worry, but keeping your soul and your heart aligned. This is what this is about. This is how the magic is created for you. Huge, huge, huge. Love this. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. All right. This is feeling out in the cold. There is something, some way of doing something that you need to separate from, and it's this old traditional way. There's something a little bit different. There's something going to be introduced as a new approach, a new tactic. Seems a little harsh to say. Tactic seems a little strong, but a new approach is what's going on. A new approach. And this is like unvarnished, raw. Yeah. Seven of Cups. No more pie in the sky thinking. You just need to choose one or two of these. Not all of them. You don't have to have pie in the sky thinking, and you don't have to confuse anything. You just have to be dedicated to where your heart really tells you to go forward with. Now, as far as your business goes, let's look a little bit more into these now, okay? This one I told you, carry the two swords, only two swords. There's one of the Okay. There's the Two of Swords in the Deviant Moon deck, and the guy is wrestling. There's the Two of Swords. Also in that deck is the Queen of Swords, and she's running around looking all ninja. She's got 2 swords. The Queen of Swords has 2 swords in that deck, and it's just crazy. But you have the Sword of Truth in double time. It's why sometimes the unvarnished truth will come off, and people will take it as you being prickly. The Queen of Swords isn't prickly. She's just telling the truth in a very blunt way. So what you can do is tell the same truth, but if people aren't getting it, if people aren't listening, then pay close attention to what's going on here with you. Pause and state it again in the gentler way. It's equally truthful, but it's gentler. Sometimes that is helpful. Yeah. Okay. And now let's look into the business here. The new approach is more than just that for you. Yeah. What I'm getting is the as above investment of the heart after doing the shadow work and ditching the critic. Just because you adjust the way you bring the message forward doesn't mean you alter the message. You bring the message forward. You're bringing the truth forward. You're adjusting and letting your critic go, and knowing that if it comes from the heart in a very gentle way, then those who need to understand will hear. Okay? All right. What else is going on here? Look at that. Look at that. Sweetie pie. This is going to be an abundant change for you. You're just shifting gears. Okay, I'm getting the analogy of trying to drive 50 miles an hour in first gear. If you can't find them, might grind them in, but it doesn't work. So you're going to gently shift, gently accelerate. This is what's going on. You don't get pregnant and the baby's there the next day, right? The Empress doesn't get knocked up and next day, boom, baby's out the day. No. This is what's happening. There's this refinement, this adjustment, this shift that's going on for you as you work with the card of Temperance already. This is what's happening. And this is already happening. But it is a process. It's a process, sweetie. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing what you can, but part of this just needs to unfold in its own divine timing. And it's so right. And this is representative of you, sweetie. I love this. Now, what else do we got for you? Anything else? This one is so reassuring and so fabulous. I've just got to stay with this one a little bit. The mama bear energy that you have about things in life is really, really right. Sometimes the mama bear energy wants us to spare our kids the pain, spare our kids the lesson, spare others the lesson so they don't just go running into the brick wall, right? And sometimes the mama bear instinct is a little too ferocious. And it doesn't mean that it's not there. It means sometimes we got to let the cubs kind of learn on their own, kind of step into it on their own. They'll get it. And this is strong with you. The divine feminine and the mama bear instinct is really, really strong. And it's not wrong. It's not off. It's perfect. It's fabulous. Oh. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh. I love it. We got the other, so above, and the 10 of Pentacles. This is how do you want to leave your mark, your legacy, your breakthrough, the generational breakthrough, the wealth that comes, the inheritance. What is the inherited gift that you want to share with the world? How do you want to leave your mark? How does mama want to be remembered? How does mama want to teach? This is interesting stuff. And as above, your higher self is allowing you to see a little bit of this adjustment period of time so you can really, really focus on what it is that you figure or you can see as legacy coming through. The gifts that you've had in the past that have come through that you have used, you need to use more. Dive deeper. Don't back off of them. Dive deeper. Invest in your own spiritual truth more. This is something you do in a different kind of way than others. So whether that means more meditation time, more spiritual practice, more sacred walk, sacred bath, more tarot time, more journaling, whatever it is, this is the kind of investment. I'm not talking spend thousands and thousands on courses and courses. Invest in this truth that is to the bone for you. This is part of the magic and the alchemy here for you in a big, big way. That's what I've got. It looks like things are going to come back around in time. Now, it feels like this Empress, this isn't just today. You've been in Empress mode in quite a way and High Priestess mode quite a ways. It feels like if you're talking pregnancy terms, you're about 5-6 months in on this. So this feels like to me, if you're 5 months in another 4 months, things are going to be going good. So plan with that kind of window in mind. I don't know what that's about or why I'm getting that metaphor so strongly for time, but that is what I'm getting. So that's what I'm sharing with you. But that's what I've got. It's gorgeous. Yeah, don't worry your pretty little head too much. No, no, no. No, things will come in their time. And let your higher self guide you more and more and more. And whatever is going on with the inner critic, that inner critic needs fucking fired. Okay? Let the criticism go and just dive deeper into what resounds as truth for you. And a little bit of synchronicity. I don't know if you've heard me recommend, I think you have, The Way of the Chiromancer. And I think it's like Chiromancer and Street Prophets or Street Oracles, something like that. I've recommended it before. If you email me, I'll look for the name. If you know what I'm talking about, don't bother emailing me. I'll know that you know. But yeah, it's a great book. Sidewalk Oracles and something like that. Sidewalk Oracles and Chiromancy. Look those topic up. There's a book on Amazon that's brilliant on that. And that's something that I think you might dig. Okay. All right. I'm going to get some water and then we'll move to the next. The awesome. And I thought I saw Susan come in the room. So, hey, Susan. All right. Hey there, Emma Kay. Hey, hey. All right. So, I'm going to just, yeah, there you are. Hi, honey. I hope you're doing well. Okay. So, Kim, do we know who's next? You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. So the paid list is open. I'll show you guys what it is. Kim, if you'll let me know who's next, I'm going to try and scroll. I think I'm current with the scroll. And I'm going to probably do a little bit of a shorter show today. This is the typical stuff. This is probably the info you need. And we can go with it. And, oh, darn it, this phone, hello? Okay, all right. We'll keep going with that. If we need to do a collective, we can do a collective. If you have questions about some of the newer decks I got this one that's this Aliens deck, and it's just kind of a little bit bonkers fun, but it's so cute. So I thought I would show you guys this. It definitely plays on the old stereotypes of the aliens. Like this character is throughout. And it's a little bit bonkers, but it's really super fun. So Kim, do we know who's next on the list? Or are we caught up? Okay. I'm trying to see. I don't know what that just did. My iPad just did something really strange. So Krista. Okay, Krista. What kind of reading are we doing for you? Let me show you a few of these. Oh, that's that Star Cat. Okay. I got 2 of those on accident. But Krista, what kind of reading were we doing for you? Those are some of them. Last one, and then I'll put these little suckers down. Okay, Krista is a mini. All right, did you have a specific question, honey? I just did something with my iPad, and it was kind of glitching out on me. But if you have your question, or if you just want a general look at whatever, no problem. Besides just the aliens, of course. A message from your guides about the dark night of the soul from earlier. Okay. All right, I want to go into, it's called the Soulless Tarot, but I like it. You know how I've told you guys the Star Trek deck, everybody looked like zombies. This one, they are kind of stoic looking, but there's deeper in them. And it feels like it would be a little bit great for shadowy. That's crazy. You think you saw those cards the other night? I wouldn't be surprised. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so Dark Night of the Soul for Krista. What are we getting through at? This is going to come very scattered, and I'm getting pebbles across a stream, but not in a straight line, so that's how I'm going to lay it. So it feels like this is one side of the stream, this is the other, and it feels like not even a complete S as far as the stepping stones, but that's what we're getting. So we're going to see what's going on. Okay. You saw them in a dream you had. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it feels like this one. Strange energy. I'm pulling, and as I'm pulling, I'm pulling 2 cards. I'm pulling 2 cards, and the undercard so far on this one and on this one has been the one with the stronger energy. Now let's see what's going on here as we pivot and come back this way. Okay. All right. So far on this, hopefully you can see this well. I'm going to try and adjust the the iPad so you can see it, hopefully. All right. The Empress, the very, very thoughtful Empress coming through. She is thinking a lot of contemplation on her mind. And she's somber. For somebody that's the Empress, she is very, very somber. It is as if this woman knows the work that she has to do that's going to come forward, but she knows the challenge. She knows the bigness of the ask, the bigness of what she's about to bring forward. And on some level, she's a little bit daunted, even though she's the Empress. She knows that something is a little bit daunting. The Five of Swords is just coming up as, I'm getting, what is it? Too many people, too many problems, and not enough love to go around. I don't know if it's a Phil Collins song. I don't know what it is. All the confusion and not enough love to go around. And what I'm getting is too many voices coming in here. Too many voices. So many voices coming in. And I think the world has gotten a little bit loud. Even if you're the Empress, even if you were Queen Elizabeth, sometimes the realm would get a little loud. And it feels like the chaos of the realm is getting to you a little bit. It needs to be set down. You need to remain in a space where you can keep calm. That completely resonates. Good, good, good. I'm going to lift this up. So I'm lifting this so I can see it. Okay. The next one is the Moon. It feels like for at least the next month and for perhaps even 6 weeks for you, you're still going to be having the moon rather than the sun. You want the sun. When the moon is out, it doesn't mean the stars aren't. It means you don't have all the light that you want. So you have to trust without having the full information of how it will work out. You have to trust your own intuition and things will be a little deceptive, tricky, sketchy. All of these words come through. But murky is the best one. It is like when you look at your reflection on the lake and you get the fragmented images back. You don't have to have all the answers is what I'm getting. You are learning this place of how do you trust with all of this crazy going on that the universe actually has your back. How do you trust with all these different ideas, all these different thoughts, all this different competition, all this energy that is like mean girl, argy-bargy, cranky energy. With all of this energy coming in that's just, how do you get where you can enjoy the moonlight and enjoy some of this time as the Empress? How do you get there? Seven of Wands. Look at this. This deck, I love this deck so far. It is as if she remembers herself as the young girl and the path that she had to do. And this is the card where you're defending and protecting your boundaries, protecting what's going on, protecting your own crown is what I'm getting here. Protecting your own energy is important and really, really holding your boundaries, choosing what it is you want to defend. These cards, I love them. I don't know why they're called soulless because they certainly have a lot of energy for me. This is a remembering, a calling back, a letting the child, even the somber child, comes through. And the child must be a child a little bit more trusting. The child didn't worry so much. She just got a little obstinate, stubbornly dug in about what she wanted and would go for it. And in this particular case, that's a good thing. Now, the way these cards are laid down here, they go like this and they come back. This would be too big of a leap to go forward if you're crossing the stream from this side over to this side. These are close enough into how they're laid, but it would be too big of a leap for a little one to make. And that's what it feels like. The leap between now and then feels too big, and it feels like the trust issue and trusting your intuition is difficult at this time. These voices need quieted. Now we're going to go forward. Two swords, two swords. Choices that need to be made. I'm getting something about alliances, and really, I want some clarification on this, so we're going to look. Comparing the swords because they aren't exactly the same. They're depicted as the same so often. This Two of Swords is often very much depicted as Two of Swords, same swords, what's going on, what's going on. But these aren't the same. I'm going to look for a clarifier for here. Same deck, second deck. Yeah, green edge, yeah, orange edge. Okay. The World. There's something about navigating the world that this girl does really well. And she's forgotten that she's able to figure shit out. You are able to figure shit out, and that is what it needs to be. It needs to be on your terms, the way you see fit, the way you see the world. This girl was ready to explore the world and take it on. This girl has experienced more. It feels very much like she is her, her is she. The world. Now she feels more hyper responsible for things. And she doesn't have to be. She has to, again, go to this mindset to choose the one that she likes. Even if it's more of like just a choice of red or blue. I like red. I'm choosing red. That kind of thing. Yeah, you will choose the red. What I'm getting is you choose something that is rooted, that makes you feel secure, makes you feel safe. This is what you're choosing. You will choose the red. Red root chakra energy. Get yourself grounded, then make your choice. Coming in here. King of Coins. This is all the support that you would need. After a long period of time of you handling things, then investments growing, 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 growing. So you're completing something. You're completing something with the world, and something is growing, growing, growing. Let's see what we've got. You cannot fix the whole entire world's problems, and you can't solve all of this chaos. The world has gotten too loud. You need to get your little globe of protection over you. Big time. Now what else is coming in? The Nine of Wands. Okay. Now this one is what actually sold me the deck. You wouldn't think so, but yeah, this is the one card that I saw, and this is what sold me, because they're going down. And it made me think of going down into the bellows of something, or going down to the furnace, or going down to the scary basement, going down, down, down. This is Nine of Wands. This is when you have to be resilient, but you have to see what the shadow is to go down, down, down. And this, you're going down, down, down into your own depths, exploring your own murkiness, your own shadow stuff, and realizing that, A, you are enough, and I will say that till the day I'm dead. We all need to remember we are enough, and we get that challenged a lot in the human school experience. And B, you can trust yourself. This is interesting stuff. What else do you got in the depths? Value your currency, value your energetic currency. Look at this. You see other kids on this tree by those stairs. You see them there. You see them there. It's not to worry about them. This one in the forefront, right here, I'm putting my fingernail on him. This one. You can see him really good. He's the one that represents you. He's the one that represents this one. You're going down to your own soul's library. What are we doing in there? We've gone down beyond the basement. We're in the library now. Give me a minute. You're looking for a record. Oh, you're looking for a record that is almost as if this younger self could have journaled this out. So what I'm getting is something about if your younger self could write yourself a journal page from the perspective of your younger self. That would be helpful. That tracks with the vision you had. Okay, good, good, good. What else? A little bit too tired and not wanting to take the offering. A little bit worn out and tired and not wanting to take the offering. But there is this beautiful offering here. This is the Four of Cups. A little bit tired. Like I said at the beginning, she feels a little bit weary. And this one is going to offer something that is important. And it may even be, like, if this is young child, this is teen, and this is woman, right? It's not exactly Mother, Maiden, Crone. It's slightly younger than that energy. It feels the child energy is something to bring forward. The library and things. Okay. Anything else? I'm getting the image, I don't know if I say this right, of Oribus or Orubus. I think that's the right word. The snake eating its tail. The snake eating its tail. A cycle coming complete. Again with the world. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? Invest in seeking your own treasure. This is partly your job to do. It's not just externally coming, although some of it is coming externally. A lot of support externally. Invest in seeking your own trouble. You'll be the first one investing there. What else? The Two of Wands. It feels to me, this is partnering and planning, and you have the Two of Swords here about choices. You're choosing the choice, and then you're partnering and planning, and then the world is a little bit more in your hands. So the world of completion here, but you understand it's in your hands to do so. This one will often bring to me the Reba song, Is There Life Out There? So much she hasn't done. Is there life beyond her family and her home? And in this song, the lyrics of it are about this woman wondering what's beyond, like, the every daily grind. And the impression that I'm getting is that the daily grind can get quite tough, but it is the choices that you are making. It is the choices that you actually, your heart wants some of this. It just can be a little overwhelming sometimes. What else is coming through? The daily grind isn't meant to overwhelm. It's meant to be enjoyed. And sometimes it is hard because, like, when has laundry or dishes ever been enjoyable? Oh, absolutely never. But having the clothes that we want to wear, or having the dinner dishes so we can all have dinner or have a friend over and eat a meal together, so important for us. It's part of the process. It's the maintenance sometimes that is the grind, and a step at a time, partnering with that aspect of things. And then look what came again. We got the Knight of Pentacles and the King. Ready to do what needs done. Now the Knight goes slowly. The Knight travels slowly because he carries so much with him. And I've said the Queen of Pentacles is closest to the Empress. He is always on the mission, always on task, always on plan. Even though he might be weighed down, heavily weighed down, he is ready to do what needs done. What else? The Moon returns. Yeah. This is a lesson that you're getting, and it feels like for 6 weeks. It feels like 6 weeks. Doesn't mean it's going to be done and over. No, but it's going to be majorly, it's as complete as it can be in 6 weeks. It's on task, on target, and as complete as it can be within the 6 weeks. You will have completed a new understanding. A new layer of understanding comes through for you. Yeah. A layer of, instead of having the murky stuff throw you for a loop so much, you're just going to trust your intuition more and more and more and more and more. You're going to trust the process. Oh my gosh, these cards are repetitive. Yeah. Trust the process. I could keep flipping cards and probably get a repeat of every damn thing. That's crazy. But choose what feels like it has the most integrity and the most solid for you, that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel grounded. You're going to choose the red over the blue. Do the grounding practices over and over and over and over. You've got repeats in here that are just surprising to me. This is a good time for you. It's a good time for you to understand how to marshal and rally and gather the tribe, gather the spiritual tribe, gather the family, gather the people and places, and be in the people and places that help you feel grounded and safe, that encourage you to do what you need to do to develop, but on the terms that are right for you. This is what's coming up. This is part of the shadow lessons, to not let the murky or the unknown throw you for a loop, because the crazy will always be there. The world will always be its crazy self and keep on turning. But the grounding needs to happen a little bit more with you is what I'm getting. So that's what I've got. I hope that helps. That feels complete. Does this make sense? Good, good. Glad. Yeah, and this is a beautiful deck, and it's called the Soulless Tarot. But I'm telling you, there's a little bit more depth there than people would think. So that's what I got on that. You are so, so welcome, honey. You are welcome. All right, let me get some water. And Kim, you have anything else coming up? Hey there, Alta. Hey there, hey there. Okay. It's clear. Okay, let's do a collective, and then if I need to go, I need to go. I have my friend Laura coming over at 1 o'clock. So she's going to be here at 1. So I know I might need to do it a little bit short, but we will do a collective. Which one do we want to do for the collective? Give me just a second. Really? All right. We're going to the Intuitive Knight Goddess deck for this one. So that's what I'm going to. Let me flip this down for the collective. What do we need to know as the collective right now? I'm getting clunkiness coming through. There's a clunkiness, and the difference between a gong and a clunk When something resonates, it gongs. When something doesn't resonate, it clunks. So if you hit a gong or a singing bowl and you feel the sound reverberating and you hear it, it rings out, it rings true, it rings true. It doesn't just clunk. If you use your instrument, if you play the singing bowls, you're like circling around the top of them, right? And the sound is very, very resonant, resonant, resonant. Versus if you just strike them with the mallet or the striker and it just bing, bong, bong, bong. It's just crazy, right? It's just clunky. Nobody needs that clunkiness. Nobody wants it to just be a clunk. We all want things to resonate. So if we want things to be resonating, we have to be able to circle around back and maintain something consistent in order to bring the vibration forward. We can't just focus on something in a sporadic kind of way. And the consistency of the focus, the consistency on focusing on that energy is what helps us raise our vibration overall. Now let's see what's going on. It's easy to get clunky is what I'm getting. I'm also getting... Okay, Mo and Nell are here, and Mo and Nell love this. Mo drew the image, and Nell is like laughing her little feet off and splashing them. I'm getting the image of a high heel shoe, and you have a pair of high heel shoes, and one of the heels breaks, and you have the high heel shoe, and then the one that has no heel, and walking with that kind of setup going on. That's a clunk. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's take a look and see what the cards have to say for us. That's a wild one. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, it's really, really funny. It's like we all want Cinderella's slippers, but sometimes we just need to break off the other damn heel so we can walk efficiently. All right. Okay. This is what we got. We have the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then the Ace of Coins. The Six of Cups, when we have on the rose-colored glasses, or we want things to be just nostalgic, easier, the way they were in an easy way, and we don't realize that we have to release some of our own stress-mongering ways. I mean... It is, yes, it is very much like those shoes. If we break the heel, the practical thing might be break the other heel and have a pair that we can walk evenly in. Walk evenly instead of step, stagger, step, stagger, step, stagger. Yeah, this is like a child would think that that's the great solution. And we would be like, no, I don't want to destroy these. But they're already getting destroyed in the damage that you might be doing in taking such a clunky way of travel. It's worth it. It's worth it is what I'm getting. All right, the Six of Swords, leaving the rough waters for smooth. If the idea is to get out of the rough waters, again, those damn shoes keep coming up. If the idea is to get out of the rough waters and go towards peace, you don't spend your whole day focusing on chaos. You don't spend your whole day doing 1,001 different things to get no advantage for self, to not get yourself evened and sorted out. Eight of Cups. These are both cards of leaving. This is leaving the rough waters and headed towards peace and headed towards something smooth. And this is leaving what is unsatisfying. So going towards what you yearn for. After having many, many cups offered, but still not feeling fulfilled, still not feeling satisfied or contentment, you must go somewhere else. You must go to the well that feeds you. You can't stay in this old clunk, clunk, clomp, clomp kind of energy. You have to do something that brings things full circle and enriches you, that resonates with you. Now we have the Knight, the Warrior of Cups. This is great. This is the one that goes forward with the romantic ideal, with the high-minded notions, not because they want to be just daydreaming all the time, but the dream is worth the pursuing. We fight for things and we honor things that have high values, high ideals. We want to strive for them. We can't expect perfection every time. Perfection is kind of a little bit beyond doable in a lot of situations. And so if we just always are going for the perfect, we miss the good and the great. Perfect is overrated. And go for the high ideal, but honor the path that you're walking. Honor when it is that damn shoe broke. Honor when it is that you've decided, all right, if I'm going to be getting anywhere, I'm going to do this a little differently and go forward. And that's when the gift comes through. That's when it gets really, really beautiful. The big reward comes through. When the demand is not so overkill and when the need to move forward in whatever way, imperfectly, is allowed. That's when the motion forward comes. That's when we gain momentum. Anything else? Yeah, we're going to the small deck. 1 second. Going to the small deck on that. Wow. We really feel like this is what's going on. We're doing the work, but there's heartache and betrayal that has recently happened, and the desire to move on to see the dawn of the new day. It's like it almost kills us to be able to move on. It's just almost more than we can bear. The heartache has been great for many of us, but doing what comes second nature to us and applying ourselves is important. Now this 8 lands right below the other 8. So leaving what doesn't serve and applying ourselves to the work, that is important. Hang on. This is way important. Doing the work that is second nature and understanding our own nature is important. What's above this? Oh my gosh. The 8 of Swords. Look at this. This is where self-doubt would limit us. This is where self-doubt would hold us back. We're not meant to be held back. We're not meant to. We're meant to cut through these vines that would hold us, or cut through the doubts that would hold us, and go forward anyway. The 8, the 8, the 8. This is something really trying hard to be balanced, to advance, to move forward, and to help us grow. But it is challenging and difficult because we feel this heartache. We have to leave the difficult waters to understand our own freedom to move forward. We have to choose to leave it. Choose to leave the doubt behind. Choose to leave what doesn't satisfy and apply ourselves hugely to the work in order to move forward. The reward is there. It actually is really, really there. But we have to choose to advance ourselves for our own soul's advancement. And it's like a personal thing before it goes broader spectrum. So that's what I've got. That feels complete. Holy smokes. It is a lot of work. A lot of work and a lot of big choices in order to rebalance and recalibrate. But that's what I've got. So that's what I've got for us. Alicia's saying, and to be more comfortable. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what I've got for today, guys. I think I'm probably going to leave it there unless there's anyone else on the list. If there is, then we'll do that. If not, we'll call it a short show today, and then I'll be back on Wednesday at 11. Kim, will you let me know? I want to make sure that I've got the list handled fully before I go. So we'll see. It looks like, I think, clear. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to say goodbye for now. I love you tons, and I will see you guys on Wednesday at 11. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. See you later.